20-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Back near his own goal line, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
From the time he entered the NFL, Terrell Suggs has been a load to block for anyone. His ability to get upfield and make plays in the backfield, almost unparalleled.
Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time to meet the offensive starters, and time for us to introduce you. You already know him, but Justin Forsett.
His face goes on the poster of those who just need an opportunity. A backup for much of his career. Once he received the chance to be a #1 runner, he's taken it and moved on fast.
Flacco here on 2nd down. To the right side to Aiken. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Aiken with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good game. Give him 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit. They'll say it's incomplete. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Second and 10. Flacco once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cron out Alexander coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Wide open receiver complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On 1st down, this is Forsett. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justin Forsett taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 71 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now Flacco. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Second down, Winston. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Jameis to throw it. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Jameis on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Third and long for Winston. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aguayo on for the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll get 17 yards there, and it'll give the Ravens a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Move 45! Move 45! 3!
On second down for Seth. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Flacco to throw here on third down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to the ground attack now. This is fourth sound. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They stay on the ground. Fourth set again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now it's Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Winston looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Vincent Jackson from 21 yards away. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better.
And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow.
He's going to go. Justin Forsett. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 on that one. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 75 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A pickup there of 37. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. One receiver to the left is Evans. A first down throw for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Bucs a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Jameis now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And the West Coast.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Elvis Dumerville in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. On third down, Winston. And Winston lost the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Aguayo able to knock it through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw is Winston. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know I'm not in the rooting business, but I really like this kid, Austin Safarian Jenkins. Good catch there. I'm just hoping he can stay on the field and have some good health.
And the Bucs hoping so, too. Limited to 16 games total his first 2 seasons combined.
He is quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and, boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
Now Jameis on second down. And Winston lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Third and long for Winston. And Winston lost the football.
For the defensive guys, that's wrong on just about every level. You did so many things right. Knock the ball free. You're excited you're going to get the ball. And then the offense gets it back.
Now Campanaro. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielding no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Under. Blue 45. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Flacco. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Passing play, Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Winston. A dump off to Sims. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And
now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. A beautiful fake. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Another run. This time, though, for Zed. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A big gain of 31 on third down. Fresh set of downs here. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Ravens are going to have a first down. They come up in an offset eye. Flacco gives to Forsett, fighting him off. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston taking it in. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Flacco now. And they're not able to hook back up there, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Forsett that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 2nd down, Winston. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Some of the most unselfish
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Setting to throw, Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Baltimore is good. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's one incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
What's that? What's that? Man, I got you. Man, I got under.
How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This is one of those games where you hate that anybody has to lose. So many points, so many great offensive outputs individually and collectively, but somebody had to go down.
And even the losing team had fun, although they won't admit it to us here in the media. But they had a blast because that kind of football, back and forth, touchdown after touchdown, it's fun for everyone. But the winning team, they had a little bit more fun than everyone else.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.